Street Talk! Yeah!
Welcome to Street Talk. I am your host, Jason, and this is for Friday, October 24th. Okay, 1 week left in the month. We still have time, but we need to go ahead and push ahead. We need to get some greens, especially carry that momentum into the weekend when there will be a lot of picks to choose from. So I figured, why not go with a Street Talk favorite, ad hoc prop? And it's pretty interesting. It's going to feature the college football game of BYU and Boise State, and it's going to feature the World Series game between, of course, the San Francisco Giants and the Kansas City Royals. Now, this is the prop. Touchdowns plus field goals in the first quarter or the tie of the football game versus hits plus runs in the third and fourth inning of the World Series game. So it's pretty interesting. I can't really remember one exactly like it. And it's also going to be a little bit difficult to handicap. But let's do our best. Well, I looked at the over-under on the first quarter line, and it was minus 13.5. I'm sorry, not minus, just 13.5, with the juice being minus 125 on the over. So if you put it at 14, you're looking at two scores, obviously. The only problem with this is, as far as handicapping BYU's chances of scoring, is they've spent most of the year with Taysom Hill, their Heisman candidate quarterback, before he got injured these past two games, and they've now started his backup, Christian Stewart. Stewart's only started in 2 of those games, and in those 2 games, BYU scored or allowed a total of 2 scores in each game. Now, that's a very small set. It's going to be very difficult to extrapolate anything concrete from that, but it is what it is. They scored twice. Meanwhile, BYU's 7 games this year, they've had 19 scores in the first quarter, so they're averaging a little bit less than 3 scores in the first quarter for the entire year. Meanwhile, on the baseball side, you have Tim Hudson going against Jeremy Guthrie for the Royals. Now, Hudson's ERA in the third inning is 3.0. His ERA in the fourth inning is 1.24. So he has faced Kansas City this year. He allowed 6 hits on 3 runs, but obviously that was over the entire his entire pitching stint, not just the third and fourth inning. Meanwhile, Jeremy Guthrie's ERA in the third inning, 7.0 for the entire year. When he gets to the fourth, 1.40. So it seems like this prop is going to be decided in the third inning. Hopefully, if you're going to go with pitching, they have thrown a lot of pitches because both of their ERAs tend to spike a little bit when they get through pitches 51 through 76. For Hudson, it's 4.86 ERA. It's his highest of any sort of a block of pitches. Meanwhile, Guthrie's is 3.0. So, can they get enough? Hopefully, if we look at the first and second inning, maybe they got enough hits to get past the pitcher, so it won't be really a free out in the third or fourth inning, and then you could have the top of the lineups. I'm gonna say, even though, like I said, this is very difficult to handicap and to pin down with sort of a percentage, I'm gonna say hits plus runs in the third and fourth inning. Now remember, all you need, like a home run, a solo home run, would be 2, right? It would be a hit, and then of course he'd go around and score. We are talking about a pitcher's park in San Francisco, not a lot of home runs hit, and Hudson's going to be trying to pitch to contact, getting some ground balls, but I'm still going to go with hits and runs in the third and fourth inning. I would obviously never risk a huge streak at this point in the month, especially when there's going to be a lot of games coming up this weekend. But for monthly players, I think this is a pretty good shot. And for guys with medium streaks trying to get some their streaks higher or jump started going into the weekend. So for me, again, hits and runs in the third and fourth inning for the green. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you next time on Street Talk.